What is up, you guys? Precious here, and I am back with another video, and today's video is going to be a freshman's guide to surviving high school. Yeah. So it is officially back to school season, and it actually has been back to school season for a while. And if you've been wondering where I've been really busy lately, and I wanted to give you guys quality videos every week instead of giving you guys really crappy videos, you know, twice a week. So I'm back. So like I said before, today's video is going to be surviving high school for a freshman, and I'm just going to be giving you guys tips and tricks that I wish I knew as a freshman going into high school. Let's get into the video. Okay, so tip number one is to know your limits. Do not bite off more than you can chew, telling yourself that you're going to figure it out as you go, that you're going to handle it, that it's all going to be okay. Granted, it's all going to be okay, really, but you know, don't bite off more than you can chew. You know, stick to what you know you can handle. If you're already used to taking honors and AP and advanced classes in middle school, then yeah, go for it. Go take those classes in high school. If you're already used to, you know, multitasking and time management and doing sports and clubs and things in middle school, then do it in high school, you know, because it's really important for you to get involved, but just make sure you're not biting off more than you can chew. So my second tip is to get involved. Join a club or a sport, or even both actually. If you're looking for a way to make friends, then that's a really good way to do it, and it's just a good way to get involved in general. You can meet some really nice people, you can meet some cool people, you can, you know, mingle a little, you can make connections with teachers and staff and stuff for later purposes. I've done it before. It's important to do that. And it also makes for a better high school experience in general. It's better for you to get involved and do one club, one sport for all of high school and be able to say, you know, I did this for 4 years, than it would be for you to just not do anything during high school and say, oh, my high school experience was terrible, when in reality, you never really put in the effort to, you know, just do something and try something new. So yeah, just go find a club or a sport and join. So my third tip is don't get attached. The friends that you go into high school with are not necessarily the friends that you're also going to leave high school with. Take that with a grain of salt if you want, but I'm telling you guys, don't get attached to new friends that you make. Don't get attached to the friends that you might have made last year in the 8th grade. You know, it's not really plausible for it to last unless you guys both put in the effort and all of you guys are like, yep, this is what we're doing, we're going to talk, we're going to work out our problems, we're gonna, you know, then that's different. You know, you're really trying to be friends, you're really trying to stick around. But if you just walked into the first day of school and you're like, hey, I'm Precious, you're my friend now, you know, that's not really gonna, it's not gonna stick. I'm sorry. I know you probably wanted to, but it's not. I'm sorry. So my fourth tip that's kind of related to tip number 3 is do not worry about boys or girls, whichever one it is, you know, whichever one you're trying to do. But the thing is, you do not worry about the opposite sex or the same sex. You know, it's 2021, hey, whatever works. Mainly because if you're the type to really get distracted and sidetracked with things really easily, then it's not going to work out, because you're either going to put your mind in one place or the other, and it's going to cause a problem in one of them. And you don't want that problem necessarily, whether it's with your education or with your significant other. So, you know, just don't worry about it at all. Keep your mind on your books, keep your mind on school, keep your mind on your education, keep your mind on those sports and clubs, you know, go make some friends, you know, just chill. Alright, so my 5th tip is do not get into or start any drama. I personally cannot stand drama queens or drama kings for that matter. It really just ruins your name with students and teachers alike, in the sense that, you know, even when people mention you, they're just, eventually when people mention you, they're just gonna, you know, get a sour taste in their mouth. They'll be like, nah, but let's not go there, because, you know, you can't talk about her or him, you know, you can't talk to her or him, because they're gonna tell everybody else, you know, or they're gonna make a big deal out of it, you know. Just don't be that person, you know. You may end up having to deal with extra things that you didn't really sign up for before if I was talking about you and you found out and it made you feel bad and you went and told the principal, and now the principal is breathing down, well, it's not even worth it. Just stay away from it. Just, once again, chill. Just stay in your lane, you know, just relax. Okay, so tip number 6 is friends equals quality over quantity. Now, I'm pretty sure we have all heard this before, quality over quantity, but it applies to so many things that I feel like sometimes it gets overlooked. But honestly, friends is one of those things where it really does apply. It's better to have 4 or 5 really good friends, like close friends that you can talk to and you can like go ask for help, and you know, hey, I need a ride home, or you know, like, hey, I need help with this work, or you know, stuff like that, than it is to have like 20 or 30 people that you call your friends that are really your acquaintances that you can't really go to if you need something or you want something or you want to hang out. You know, like, just focus on having a smaller group of people that you can really mingle with than having a big group of people that know you. Don't focus on getting your name out there. Focus on the way people think about you when they say your name. You know? So, quality over quantity, very, very important when it comes to friends. Also, to follow up with that, make sure you're becoming friends for the right reasons. Don't become friends with someone because they're the popular kid in school or because, you know, more people know them. Make sure you're getting to know them because you actually like the person or you actually want to get to know the person. You know, just keep that in mind. All right, so my tip number 7 is to sit in the front. So this is something that I do still to this day, and I'm gonna be a senior in high school, that I started doing, I think, in like 8th grade, maybe. It might have been my freshman year, but I'm pretty sure I started in 8th grade. You know, sit in the front of the classroom. It has a bunch of benefits, actually. You know, the teacher, first of all, is going to notice that you sit in the front of the class all the time. They're going to notice that you're paying attention. They're going to notice that you're really trying. So, you know, I speak English, I promise. In the long run, that is going to pay off because you're going to ask that teacher and be like, hey, you know, I forgot my homework at home and I did it, but you know, it's like sitting right on my desk. So like, do you think I could get an extension, like 1 extra day? And I'm like, oh,
yeah, you know what? I trust you. It's okay. Take that extra day.
You know, versus, you know, sitting in the back of the class, you're always goofing around, you're always sitting with your friends, you're not paying attention, teacher calls on you, you're like, you know, it doesn't work out. Also, when you sit in the front, you're going to end up paying attention more because there's going to be less distractions around you, because you won't like be able to see anything in front of you because, you know, it's going to be the board and the teacher, and you might be able to see like the people next to you, but it's not going to be as big of a distraction as if you're sitting behind someone and they were doing something stupid and now you're like, ooh, I want to do something stupid too. It also helps you pay more attention, so that actually goes hand in hand with getting distracted less. You know, you're not as distracted, so your only choice is to pay attention to the board, and you retain information more, you end up participating more, as in asking questions and things like that, and it pays off in your grades and it pays off with your rep with the teacher. So okay, so my 8th tip is to be prepared. Get all the school supplies that are on the list. They're on the list for a reason. Have you ever wondered why a teacher puts tissue paper, Lysol wipes, and things like that on the list? It's because the district doesn't provide it for them. So you might be sitting in the back of the classroom complaining,
oh, this classroom dirty, it stinks, I don't like it in here, it's always dusty.
That's because nobody brings in the freaking Lysol wipes or the freaking paper towels and tissues, because if you don't bring in tissues, there's going to be 5,000 kids in your class period interrupting the lesson asking if they can go blow their nose when flu season comes around. Mark my words. Like, it's really important. All the school supplies are on there for a reason. And also, not even just like the general stuff that they ask for, like markers and stuff like that. Also, keep in mind that if you're going into a math class and they say to bring a calculator and you're like, oh, I can do it on my phone, that's not how it works, especially if you have like a stricter school like the one I go to where you can't even have your phone out. If you banked on using your phone as your calculator, you're screwed. If the teacher does not have enough calculators for the entire class and it doesn't go around, you're supposed to have one because it was on the school supplies list, and the teacher is going to say that, they're going to use that excuse, and you're gonna be screwed. You're gonna end up sharing with someone else, and it's not fun because you're either gonna go at their pace or they're not gonna like going at your pace. So just get up, be prepared. It's better to be safe than sorry, you know? Okay, so my 9th tip is don't be late for class. This is such a bad issue when it comes to more immature freshmen, I guess you would say, because there's like 2 types of freshmen when it comes to this. There's the freshman that's always on time, they're never late, they're always in class in their seat ready to go. And then there's the freshman that's like, I'm not sure where I am, not sure where I'm going, so I'm not gonna ask for help because that's gonna be embarrassing. I'm just gonna figure it out. And then they're 30 minutes late to class. So don't be that person because A, you're gonna miss instruction. You know, a lot of teachers say that just to say, you know, you're gonna miss instruction, so don't be late. But no, really, some teachers in high school especially, as soon as the bell rings, they start talking. And if you're 10 minutes late for their class, they're not gonna repeat the 10 minutes of words that they just said to the entire class. That's 1. 2, you're most likely not going to be able to like leave later on in the class period to like go use the restroom or go get some water or something like that because your teacher is going to use this excuse.
Well, you were late to my class. You should have done it while you weren't here, and then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Trust me, it happens every time. Unless you have one of those really nice teachers that are like, oh yeah, go ahead, I don't care. Just don't be late, it's better for you. All right, so my 10th and final tip is to invest in a good water bottle. So this might seem a little random when it comes to like considering all the other tips, but it's really important. So if you invest in a good water bottle, A, you're going to stay hydrated, and it's very important, and it's very cliche to say, but you have to stay hydrated because the less hydrated you are and the less water you have in your body, the more tired you seem. So if you invest in a good water bottle, it can keep your water cold if that's what you like, because I know a lot of people like really cold water. So invest in a good one. It doesn't have to be a Hydro Flask. You can go to Walmart and get like a flask for like 20 bucks that's bigger or the same size as a Hydro, and it keeps your water cold for like 3 days. And also, if you have a nicer water bottle, you're most likely going to be more likely to drink your water, because if you're like me, you're not going to just want to drink your water because it's at the water fountain. If you have a plastic water bottle, you're not going to want to be the one that's making all the noise. It's like trying to take out your water bottle. Like, you're not going to want to be that one person that's making the noise. But if you have a nice water bottle that's, you know, metal, it's insulated, you know your water is freezing cold inside, you're gonna want to whip that bad boy out. It's good for your body, it's good for your soul, and it's good for your mentality. Shoot, show off your water bottle. Anyways, that was it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me and more content that I create. And please make sure to click that notification bell so you can stay in the loop and never miss a thing. I'll see you guys in the next one.